Hello, I'm Joshy Pellerin, and I'm here with Lee Potter today. And I wanted to talk to Lee about your poetry and music and what you're doing with that.
So, in recent times, I've been writing since I was 14, but recently I've been trying to put my poetry to music. I use it as a therapeutic kind of measure to my life situations.
I remember when I first met you, you shared your poetry with me, and I loved it, and I tried to put like one of the things into a song, and yeah.
Yeah, and I went absolutely crazy. I was like, oh my God, we have to work together.
Yeah.
This is unreal.
I was blown away about how easy it was to turn your poetry into music, but lately we've been like you've been actually making songs instead of just actually.
Yeah, and actually, where that came from is all my life I've had a very artistic family and a very kind of creative core driven family, and as a lot of us know, art doesn't just run in the veins, it runs in the blood, it runs in the core. And when you have that, you have an intrinsic value to what it can mean in your life and how you can incorporate that.
So I know recently we got it was a birthday present for you, but we got to make one of your songs with incredible
Yeah, with incredible production value
Yeah.
and with some of the best people in the business. My sister Grace and her husband Eric Valentine and their guitar player Benny Yurko were kind enough to lend a studio in Burlington to us and give us 8 hours of their day around the holidays to write and record a song that I had been working on for quite some time. It didn't take very long to write when I finally came out with the words. That took a matter of about 15 minutes. But the idea behind it, the notion, the belief rendered in how I got to that point is what took the time to get there.
And can you tell me just a little bit about soon I want to play the song for everybody, obviously, but what went behind the emotions, the real struggle, anything what was real, what was fantasy, what goes into your writing, I guess.
So I always try and leave room for interpretation in all of my writing, but still have it come from a fact-based place, come from someplace in reality. I always want people to be able to relate in their own lives to the struggles I've had in mine, and so that in some way I can help bring peace or guidance or advice or love or kindness to their life. I don't believe in war. I don't believe in violence. I don't believe that there's any reason to make excuses for such things. And I don't believe that there's any reason to not live and let die. There's...
Well, would you be up for... I feel like we've been teasing them long enough. Maybe we should play the song?
Yeah, absolutely.
If that's cool with everybody. We'll play the song I Believe in Me by Lee Potter. And that's me singing, as well as... Actually, do you want to explain the credits to the song?
So the credits of this song, Josh is the lead singer. He's been helping and assisting my programming for the last year or so, and we've connected on a very deep personal level, so connected on the fact that he was an incredible singer and an incredible creative mind, and wanted to have him involved in the work I did producing my poetry and my songwriting. So what we did is once we started collaborating on the work, I decided that he was the only person I wanted to work with on this project, besides the production people. And I came in on backing vocals in the second half of the song, and the drums and guitar work and the piano work were done by all family and friends.
Yeah, so...
Grace and Eric and Benny.
Yeah. It came together way better than I thought. Pretty quickly.
It did.
One night.
One night,
yeah,
8 hours.
Would it be cool if we play that now?
Let's do it.
So without further delay, here is I Believe in Me by Lee Potter and Joshy Pellerin.
In times of fear and disbelief, let hope shine on. Please let me see the dream that's been the life to come. Through tears I see the rising sun. I feel the thought of love again. I'll take a step towards love, my friend, 'cause I still believe, yeah, yeah, I still believe, yeah, in sowing peace that lasts and growing trees that cast no shadows on a love that can go on and on and on. 'Cause I still believe in me. Winter's cold dreams and lost memories, all that is and what could be are lost within a fantasy. Yeah, no more lonely nights, no more dimmed down lights. I'll find a way in this life, through the hurt and through the pain. I still believe, yeah, I still believe. In times of light that lasts, I wander down the path of memories of love that will go on and on and on. And I still believe in me.
Careful. The tape.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. Can you tell me a little bit about like what's behind the song?
So the song is about a core belief in yourself after the hardest struggle one could possibly go through, in my opinion, and that's divorce. I recently went through a very hard struggle, but I wouldn't change any of it for the world because she was one of the best people I know. And I want her to know that as well. Even through our struggles, friendship above anything else is what's important. And that's part of what this song is about.
And I don't know if I asked this, but how have your struggles influenced your work? I mean, you basically already said, but like, can you go a little further and like go back? Yeah, as far as you want.
I don't know how many people really understand what being part of the mental health system is like. And that's where most of my struggles come from, and that's where most of my fact-finding and soul-searching comes from in my life. I feel like a lot of people are jaded in the opinion and that without proper knowledge and proper experience, they can't properly comprehend the feeling of what it's like to be put in different care facilities and try and have people understand your point of view when you're more articulate and can't be diagnosed in the same way as other people.
What's beautiful, like, yeah, how you have amazing poetry that comes out of that, like, but you show some really deep, like, dark struggles through a lot of your poems. We're not going to get into all of them tonight, but
No, but it's true. Everything that is written, though it's written in an elaborate fashion, is in some way a fact drawn from my life. And I continued to hold to the fact that my dad taught me the core point of honesty is best, and it's the most important lesson.
That's true.
And those are some of the most valuable people in my life. Family and friends will always come first.
Yeah, and I hope it's not only cathartic for you writing it out, but like I hope for everyone else that gets a chance to see your work, that it's like cathartic or helpful for them too. Anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know that's a big reason why you write. Like
it is, and I've won a couple poetry slams. I've been on the radio a couple times. I've gone and I've been part of Vermont Poet Society. Not everything works for everybody, but what works for me is writing in a diagram where I can voice my own opinion, my own needs in a fashion that people can understand it, but it can be interpreted in many other ways that people can incorporate it to their own lives.
I love that we finally started putting it all into music. By the way, we have like 14 other songs that aren't the production value that you heard, but we recorded in my old Volvo on like Pony Farm Road. Together we just stopped.
That was our first recording session on Pony Farm Road, and it was right by the pull-off by the river.
Yeah, looking over the brook.
Looking over the brook. And I wanted to play one of the ones that we recorded there to show the difference in production value of what we've started with and what we turned out to.
As long as in the credits we end with the beautiful production value once more. Is that allowed, studio?
Yep.
All right.
Um,
Yeah,
so-
whatever you want. Which
yeah.
one? Whatever you want to play. Sounds good.
So this was recorded on November 5th. The Wild Rose.
They call me the wild rose for you only. I shall sit and wait for when you're away from home. I've lost my way, and my heart has turned to stone. They call me the wild rose, for none can pluck me from that bushel of thorns. For when you're away from home, my heart has turned to stone. But they call me the wild rose, for none may match my repose as my love awaits at heaven's gate. My grace is placed upon your name, for they call me the wild rose. Oh, for when you're away from home, my heart is turned to stone, waiting to take my repose. For they call me they call me the wild rose.
All right. Yeah, there's a.
And we have, what, like 15 or 16 of those that we recorded
Yeah.
in your car?
I was gonna say 14, but yeah, we've done a couple since then, and it's a beautiful way to like. This is when we do these songs. It's like the first read of the poem, pretty much, and trying to turn it into a song with some background music.
Yeah.
So we've had really
Usually-
good luck because of how beautifully written it is. Like it's so
Usually from
easy to
Spotify,
turn into
right?
a song.
Usually we just Spotify.
Some sort of
Back-
background music.
Yeah.
And they've all come out great, but having the actual production value from Eric Valentine and Grace Potter doing the piano in the background, like,
And Benny Yurko doing the guitar work.
yeah, all of that. Anyway.
Where can we find that?
Oh,
On YouTube at I Believe in Me, written by Lee Potter, sung by Joshy Pellerin.
yeah. And yeah, I hope you guys all enjoy that and view it.
All right, well, we're going to go out with the song.
All right.
Sounds good.
Thank you for joining us.
Love you, everybody. Thank you.
In times of fear and disbelief, let hope shine on. Please let me see the dream that's been the life to come. Through tears I see the rising a step towards love, my friend. 'Cause I still believe, yeah, yeah, I still believe, yeah, in sowing peace that lasts and growing trees that cast no shadows on a love that can go on and on and on. 'Cause I still believe in winter's cold dreams and lost memories. All that is and what could be are lost within a fantasy. Yeah, no more lonely nights, no more dimmed out lights. I'll find a way in this life, through the hurt and through the pain. I still believe, yeah, I still believe in times of life.